Ever had a door slam so hard it felt like your whole life got buried with it? That's me, Amelia, fresh off a slap from my own dad, blood oozing from my fists, standing in a hallway that smells like betrayal and regret. Let me tell you, the stinging on my cheek. Nothing compared to the hole in my chest, loneliness, rage, and a betrayal so sharp it's gonna cut me open if I don't fight back. I swallowed the scream stuck in my throat, and dragged myself to the sad excuse of a room they stuck me in, once a storage closet, now the perfect spot for the family's disgrace, Akami. Thin mattress on the floor, a wobbly dresser missing a leg, a cracked mirror that's just as broken as I am. They stole my dignity, my birthright, my future, but honey, they didn't steal the fire in me. Not yet. I grabbed my ratty little cloth bag, some clothes, an old beat-up book with curled pages, and stuffed it full, ignoring how my fingers shook. The clock's ticking, night's creeping in, and I know what's coming. I'm being shipped off to the Alpha King's palace, right along with the other Ongas. Cattle to slaughter, that's what we are. Everyone's talking about him, cursed, touched by death, a man whose bed's a graveyard for girls who dare get close. No one survives his touch, but what choice do I have? I stood in front of that cracked mirror, staring at the ghost staring back, pale skin, red-rimmed eyes from too many silent tears, a bruise on my cheek that's like a scarlet brand. But deep down, in those eyes, fire. I wiped the blood from my palm, pressed my fingers to the glass, and whispered the only promise that matters: you'll survive this. Even if it kills you. The ride there was in a rusted black van, that smelled like wet dogs and old metal, 6 of us, all stuck in the same frumpy gray dress, that clung to us like a punishment. Half the girls were shaking so hard they looked like they'd break, the other half faking tough to hide their fear. Me. I sat silent, staring out the window, watching the trees blur and the sky turn black. Each mile closer to that palace made the air colder, creepier, like death was breathing down my neck. They weren't lying about the palace, it's carved into the black mountains, no sunlight, no laughter, just black stone and jagged towers, ivy crawling up the walls like veins. By the time we got there, the full moon was hanging high, a silent witness to whatever hell we were walking into. I stepped out of the van, breath caught in my throat. Rumors didn't do it justice. This place was a fortress built by death itself. Guards in all black stared at us, like we were livestock, lining us up to inspect like we were at a market. One guard stopped in front of me, barking for my name. Amelia, I said, voice steady as a rock. When I told him I was Alpha Gregor's daughter, he froze, then I snarled, not anymore. Pity. Curiosity. Gone in a blink. Move, he snapped, pointing to the gate. Inside, it's eerily quiet, cold stone walls, narrow corridors, air thick with old ashes and metallic blood. A woman in a tight black dress with a sharp tongue, and even sharper eyes cornered us, spitting rules: no talking unless spoken to, no looking the king in the eye, no screaming, like anyone'd hear us anyway. One of you gets summoned tonight, she said, pacing like a predator picking her snack. Then her eyes locked on me. I didn't flinch, not even when she smirked that creepy smirk, and said, take her first. Here's the thing, they think sending me to the Alpha King's bed is a death sentence. They think I'll beg for mercy, what they're like all the others. But what they don't know. I didn't come here to die. I came here to live. And now that I'm about to walk into the lion's den, will I survive the cursed Alpha King, or will he be the one who can't get enough of me?